Well, Donald Trump's plans to impose worldwide tariffs have hit another fork in the road. A federal trade court has ruled that the US president did not have the authority to impose tariffs on virtually every nation and have now voided the levies. It means the tariffs slapped on Australia are unconstitutional. Now, this is a major setback for Trump, who imposed these tariffs as part of a key executive order, including to us, a so-called friend and ally. And this is the first major legal challenge against the tariffs that have, as we know, sparked a global trade war and have threatened to upend the global economy. In its decision, the Court of International Trade even went as far as to say that Donald Trump overreached his authority. Now, Trump's already appealed, and we know Trump gets what Trump wants, so it's not naive to assume that the court's decision may be thrown out. But the markets here have already reacted strongly to this decision, with the ASX 200 up this morning. The US president punished the world with these tariffs. They are punitive. And Australia has every right to be angry at being slapped with a 25% tariff on steel, aluminium, automobiles, light trucks and certain automotive parts. And now we wait to hear the outcome of the appeal and what it means for us down under. But this latest court decision does not change the fact that we in Australia must learn from Trump's move to bolster local manufacturing through the levy decision. The tariffs have more than ever reminded Australia that we must secure our own future more than ever, regardless of whether they are not or not they are unconstitutional. And not just in terms of manufacturing, but I'm talking other areas as well, like defence. Now, the Trump administration has already urged Australia to lift defence spending to combat China. And a new report out today has been scathing of Labor's failure to shore up our military capabilities. The report by the Australian Strategic Policy Institute says Labor's business-as-usual defence budget will leave Australia with a paper ADF that is ill-prepared for near-term conflict. It says the prioritisation of long-term defence programs such as AUKUS has come at the expense of present-day readiness, leaving a hollowed-out force with limited munition stockpiles and a shortage of critical capabilities, including missile defence systems and long-range weapons. And look, we can hardly be surprised here. Labor has left us more exposed than ever. China, of course, recently conducted live-fire exercises off our coast without warning, and Labor had no idea about it. And they wouldn't have known had it not been for the Virgin Australia pilots who alerted authorities. Even New Zealand had to send its frigates to help us. There have been several defence near misses with Beijing in recent years. We've, of course, wasted billions of dollars on equipment that does not work. Labor's budget left defence spending languishing at about 2% of GDP. It's wiped out funding for more than 5,000 soldiers, sailors and aviators as a way to sort of offset years of failure to try and meet recruitment targets. And this report warns that the failure of this year's budget to meet that responsibility will make all Australians less secure. It says while consistency can often be a virtue, it reveals a business-as-usual approach to a world now in crisis and conflict.
With the world as dangerous as it is, so many national security threats, there is a risk that we have a gap in the short term. If there are tensions, if there is conflict, countries around the world will look to themselves first. And in areas like mass-produced drones, counter-drones, ammunition, we can't be second, third, fourth, fifth in the queue.
And yet, have a listen to this from the Prime Minister, who'll tell us there's nothing to see here, apparently.
Well, that's what they do, isn't it, Aspie? I mean, seriously, they need to, I think, have a look at themselves as well and the way that they conduct themselves in debates. We've had a defence strategic review. We've got considerable additional investment going into defence, $10 billion. We're lifting up our defence expenditure up to 2.4% of GDP.
Our report is saying that's good. That's necessary to have those long-term spends like AUKUS submarines. But right now, this year, the spend in 2025-26 will be 2.05%. That is very similar to what was projected 8-10 years ago.
And all the PM can say, basically, is, well, she'll be right. And it confirms we have not at all been looking after our own backyard. We are more exposed than ever, militarily, economically, And when it comes to local manufacturing, there are no backups. And the court's decision today on Trump's tariffs show how we are hamstrung at the toing and froing of international politics. America is a manufacturing nation. Australia used to be. Now we sit here on the other side of the world with bated breath for decisions about our future to be made over there in every way.